I told my grandfather, who had worked in the coal mines and raised his family during the Depression and owned various businesses, that I had decided to become a banker. And he said, the greatest thing you could do in your life is to help another man with his money. I was born and raised in a small town in Oklahoma. Besides my mom and dad, I had an older brother and a younger sister, so it was the five of us. I was introduced to Boy Scouts as a young man. The values that you could attribute to the Boy Scouts is really part of the Scout law. And that's being trustworthy, loyal, helpful, friendly, courteous, kind, obedient, cheerful, thrifty, brave, clean, and reverent. Never forget it. My dad worked for an oil company, but he passed away in an automobile accident when I was 13. I guess I would have ultimately gotten to Houston because the company was sold and moved down here, but it just worked out that I ended up at the University of Houston as a scholarship student. I got a chance to come and play in the band. I got to go to the football games, the basketball games, and travel with the team, but I knew that it would probably be best for me to take on a more traditional career because I had worked at a bank in high school. That seemed to be the most logical thing, and have been in the banking business essentially ever since. My mom, Mary Ellen, who's here tonight, she's 93, is probably the best role model that I or anyone could ever have. She supported me growing up, continues to be there for me and our whole family. She's such a stable rock and has made an incredible influence on my life. A friend of mine I worked with and I were going out one night and we were supposed to meet at a certain restaurant and bar and they didn't show, but I saw these two girls sitting at a table and introduced myself. It was Carrie and her sister Jenny, and we dated ever since. I guess a year and a half or so later, it was clear that she was the one for me. We got married shortly thereafter and have been married now for over 25 years. Chris is a bright young man, came to us when he was about 15. We were blessed to be able to have him join our family, become one of us. He too is a Cougar. He graduated from the University of Houston. We're really proud of Chris and couldn't be happier that he's part of our family. My first boss was a guy named Carl Erfurt. He had a paperweight on his desk that was a really large ring with U of H on it. It looked like a big class ring. Carl contracted leukemia and he fought it for 10 years and he finally died from the disease. And a few years later, I was fortunate enough to be promoted to president, and his wife, or widow, came over and opened her purse, and she pulled that ring out of her purse. And she said, "Carl would have been so proud of you. He would have wanted you to have this." And it has been on my desk for the last 21 years. When I got the call to let me know that I was going to be one of the few distinguished alumni that the university has ever had, I personally was stunned and certainly in a state of disbelief. I'm blessed. I have a debt that I can never repay. As a scholarship student to the University of Houston, it made all the difference in my life. And I am who I am today to a great degree to the University of Houston.